President William Ruto is under sharp scrutiny following growing public outrage over his handling of national protests, with critics questioning both his leadership and motive behind recent forceful actions against demonstrators.
The police will also be there to make sure that the criminals, the fellows who come to burn offices, the fellows who come to loot property.
In a widely circulated blog by political commentator Lewis Nguni, Ruto is asked a blunt question. Mr. President, who exactly are you angry at?
Mtu kama huyo apigwe risasi miguu, aende hospitali, akienda kotini. Yes. Yeah. Wasimuue lakini wapige hii miguu ivunjike ndio aende kotini, aende hospitali, akienda kotini. Hapana. Hatuwezi kukubali mtu ambaye anaamuka kwake anaenda kwenda.
The piece paints a picture of a president who ascended to power on the promise of change, but is now being accused of betraying those very pledges.
I am undertaking to the people of Kenya that given a chance to be president, things will be different in Kenya.
The Lord told the children of Israel, I will open the treasures of heaven. I will cause rain to be in your land. And more importantly, he said, you will lend to many nations, but you will not borrow from anybody.
Ruto, who won the presidency in 2022, after positioning himself as a hustler leader intent on fixing the failures of past administrations, is now seen by many as part of the elite he once criticized.
Chini twende juu, tuanze bottom twende up, tuanze chini twende chini, bottom, 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 bottom. Watu wa bottom up, hapa nione watu wa bottom up, bottom up, bottom up. Asala.
Protesters, largely comprising frustrated youth, unemployed citizens, argue that the president's administration has failed to deliver on economic reforms and cost of living promises.
Kwa inshallah, kwa mapenzi ya Mungu, nikiwa rais wa Kenya tarehe 10, mimi na sign executive order, hizo biashara zenu mtakomesha na mambo ya port operation itarudi hapa Mombasa na watu wa Mombasa wataendelea na biashara.
As protests grow louder and more organized, the state has responded with increased police precincts and arrests, a move that is being interpreted as a shift from dialogue to suppression. Ruto's reaction to the demonstrations, calling them misguided and externally influenced, has only fueled public anger, with many now demanding his resignation.
The police will also be there to make sure that the criminals, the fellows who come to burn offices, the fellows who come to loot property.
This government, its failures and approval ratings are all a reflection of you, Nguni wrote, echoing a sentiment that is gaining traction online and in protest chants across the country. The once hopeful hustle narrative now appears to be unraveling, leaving the president with fewer allies and raising calls for accountability.
Si ni ukweli? Na tumeambia polisi, mtu yoyote mwenye atakaribia police station, piga yeye risasi. Mtu yoyote.
Kitu tunaweza sema Kasonga leta pay bill tumchangie pesa ya 5 years atoke. Tunataka kufanya vitu zingine.
President William Ruto, once held as a symbol of resilience and hope, is now grappling with a storm of public anger that has drawn the attention of global media.
Na tutakuonyesha Kenya si yako. Ndio, sisi ni wana Kenya, tumezaliwa Kenya, mababu zetu wamezikwa Kenya.
In a recent report, BBC News Africa questioned whether Ruto could be on the path to becoming the most disliked president in Kenya's history.
And if it is Ruto must go, tell me how you want me to go.
Elected on a populist hustler narrative in 2022, Ruto's promise to uplift ordinary Kenyans earned him widespread support. But 3 years into his presidency, the mood has shifted dramatically.
Na hiyo hustler fund tutaweka pesa ya serikali shilingi bilioni 50. Na hiyo bilioni 50 tutawapatia wafanyabiashara kama wewe bila interest. Without hustler fund tutaifanyia launch tarehe 1 Disemba. Lakini si pesa ya bure.
Nationwide protests call for his resignation, and social media movements like Ruto must go and Ruto one term have become increasingly vocal. The public outcry has grown louder following reports of over 100 deaths during demonstrations under his administration.
Kenya National Commission on Human Rights confirms that 31 people have died amidst the unrest. Among the victims is a 12-year-old girl from Dumberi, Kiambu County, who was fatally struck by gunfire while watching television with her mother nearly 2 kilometers away from the main protest routes.
What sets this wave of dissent apart is its cross-cutting nature, unifying Kenyans across ethnic, social and religious lines. Even among Kikuyu communities that largely backed Ruto in 2022, the tide is turning. The recent impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has only intensified feelings of betrayal in the Mount Kenya region. While some suggest Kikuyu elites are driving the rebellion, political analysts emphasize that the resistance is national, not ethnic. Though critics argue that presidents have faced scrutiny during tough times, observers note that the scale and intensity of public anger against Ruto are unprecedented in Kenya's democratic era.
The killings that are taking place in Kenya are all crimes under the Rome Statutes and are admissible before the International Criminal Court. I want to confirm that we have put up a team that is documenting all the atrocities, all the killings, all the displacements, all the disappearances, all the abductions. And we have a team that is putting evidence together to take William Ruto to the ICC at The Hague. And you know the case against him for the 2007 post-election violence was not concluded. It was put on hold when witnesses disappeared.